Charles, and welcome back to yet another video on YouTube. Today we're gonna do another kit review, and this time we're gonna be looking at the German command tank kl.Pz.bef.wg.I. Basically, it's the Panzer 1 allll, the command version of it, which it doesn't have the turret. The superstructure is a bit taller, and its only armament is MG, believe it was a 34. Now there are two versions of this Panzer 1, one with this one right here, and one that has another turret up here. I found the one that didn't have the turret and just had the one machine gun in the hull. You can see the kit right here, finally complete. And I gotta say, it was a nice little kit to build. But enough talking. Let's first see what was in the box. So if we open this up, that's it. Oh yeah, the rest of the box just shows a picture of the tank on the side. The same thing. Back, and then the back of the box shows 3 color schemes: North Africa, Operation Barbarossa, I think Poland, and then this one right here is a, I believe, early 1936. Something fell. Whew, almost hit the tank. Something fell and almost hit the tank. Alright, first let's look at the instructions. It's a pretty good instruction manual. Comes with the same thing on top. It says it's a 1/72nd scale kit. Kit number 04-00141-0041. Its specification is basically what this tank was, and I'll just read it off to you. It had a crew of 3, a weight of 6.2 tons, and had a pressure of 6.2 lbs SQ. I don't know what that means. Its dimensions, it was 14.7 feet tall, 5.8. It was 14.7 feet. It has a height of 5.8 feet, a width of 6.10 feet, and the width of the track was 11 inches, and its ground clearance was 11.6 inches. Its armament only had one 7.8 millimeter MG34. I see, I was right. And its engine was the NL18TR Maybach at 100 horsepower AT, 3,000 RPM, 6 cylinders, inch iron line, liquid cooled, and compression ratio 6.71. So that's a pretty good tank for 1939. Oh yeah, and the back just shows more camo schemes and tire decal sheet with the company name ESCI. It's an Italian company. Like a little booklet. When you first open it up, you get a one side has the whole instruction and a picture of the tank, so you can zoom up and see that. Don't know what year this takes place in, but with the beret, somewhere between 1940 or 39. Up here, you can see that this is stapled. It's because it shows the Panzer 1 instructions. This part right here is supposed to be the superstructure and turret, which is the original, but since it's the command vehicle, they just stapled it. On this side, it has some more pictures. Here's the top one, and the bottom one. And you open it again. It's just 2 pages of instructions for a 1/72nd scale. This page shows the assembly for the bottom and upper. It's pretty simple. On the other side, it shows everything else of how to make it. See the track right there? It says use a hotted screwdriver to do it. I'm gonna tell you what happened when I did that. But that's basically the instructions. Simple. Onto the decals. I already cut it up so I can use the ones, but the rest of the decal is just so for the North African campaign. Focus. And this small part right here is just some iron crosses. Focus. It's just some iron crosses. Now, onto the tank. Something almost fell again. And here it is. As you see here, the track is not placed. I'll explain that after I go over everything. Now, it was a easy construction on how to make it. Pretty simple, straightforward. It's just out of the box. Nothing wrong. Besides, only one complaint on the build. The back part right here, when you would close it, it basically wouldn't sit correctly, so I had to modify it so it can work. But it was pretty simple. It also came with a cool little figure. I wanted to have him positioned in a way where he's pointing his finger with his hand on the door handle, so I had to cut his hand off and re-glue it, but it still came out good. He's wearing his beret, which signifies that this is 1939 Poland, which is why there are white crosses on it. Aside the standard German iron cross, but there's also on the back, figured I don't know how to do the focusing thing. Can't see it, but there's an iron cross there with the standard German signification. I think it's like an upside down Y and semicolons. Everything else is simple, and there's not much detail for this 1/72 scale kit, but everything else came out pretty good, easy to build. The lower part looks pretty good as well. Yeah. Back just has the engine and then a jerry can. On the front, the 3 headlights, machine gun, vision port, right there, iron cross above it, and then a big tow cable right there, and then a machine gun. And then the top is just the structure, the hatch, machine gun. On the back, there's the engine. Don't know what this is. Probably a cover. Engine. Can't see it, but there's some. There are 2 hatches, individual hatches, here and here, but they're covered up. Also on the side, there's another hatch, which is, I suppose, is the main hatch, as this has a crew of 3. I suppose this hatch is for the driver and machine gunner, as there's a commander, driver, and machine gunner. I wanted to paint this in 1939 Poland, so I just painted it in a medium gray. No, dark gray. And I painted the back with my own rust color, which is a red and orange mixed together. And I just basically painted the entire tank in a dark gray. Bottom, the wheels, the rubber parts are in a black. And the jerry can and tow cable hooks are painted in a medium gray. The reason why there's no track is because when I put it together with the heating a nail or something and stapling it, yeah, it broke it. It broke the damn track. And when I finally super glued it, one of the tracks snapped in half in the position where it wasn't glued. In some random position on the track, it just snapped. I opted to just throw them away. But I kind of like those off the track. Sure, it doesn't look as good as the box shows. Still looks good. You can also see I heavily weathered this side. Not as much on this side. I will do that. I will weather both sides. There's also some, like, weather points there. There's some scratches on it, too. Sorry, my head almost got in the frame. That would have been embarrassing. And then on the top, it just has a commander painted in a German 1939 color scheme with the beret, which is only used in 1939 and early 1940 and never used again. Mostly you see side caps and field caps. But it was cool to paint a beret. It was pretty nice. If I get a Polish tank from a certain company, First to Fight, I've seen some of their kits, I could possibly make a really small diorama with this Panzer I. May see that in the future. I don't know. It's just the future. Who knows? Well, that was ESCI, the ESCI's German command tank, kl.Pz.bef.wg.I. the Panzer I command vehicle Aufs B. Or if you're German, the Panzerkampfwagen 1 Aufs B. I do not know what the kl.Pz.bef or WG stands for, and I'm not going to try to butcher that. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned because there will be more videos coming out. And the next one will be part 2 of my BMP1. Signing off. Have a good night. Goodbye.